If you press this point on your foot right now, you may notice something subtle but very real. Your mind starts to settle, your breath slows down, and a quiet wave of ease begins to move through your body. This isn't poetry or wishful thinking. It's a direct physical response that anyone can explore. Hidden in the sole of your foot is a tiny pressure point that, when activated with intention, can help your nervous system shift out of fight or flight and into a calmer, more grounded state. You don't need special equipment, a spa appointment, or a trip to a retreat center in the mountains. You don't even need much time. All you need is your own foot, your own hands, and a few minutes of attention. Inside this small area of your body lives a kind of reset button that many ancient traditions talked about long before we had words like stress, burnout, or overwhelm. Think about how much pressure your mind carries every day. Deadlines, notifications, family responsibilities, bills, constant news, and the never-ending to-do list. Now imagine that, for just a moment, you could touch one specific point and feel some of that weight start to melt away. That is exactly what we're going to explore together. In this guide, we're not going to stay in theories, complicated jargon, or abstract concepts. We're going to practice, step by step. As you read, you'll be able to follow along and feel what happens in your own body. So as you go through this, I invite you not just to think about it, but to actually do it. Your experience is more important than any explanation. Before we begin, set your intention for learning where this point is and how to press it. Take a second to set a simple intention. You can say it silently in your mind. I'm ready to feel calmer. I'm ready for my energy to flow more freely. If you imagine this as a video, it's like pausing for a moment and typing the word energy in the comments. When you do that, you're not just typing a word. You're declaring that you're willing to show up for yourself, even for a few minutes. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need to know anything about acupressure, Chinese medicine, or meditation. You just need curiosity and a bit of time. Now let's go to the most important part, the actual practice. I invite you to do it with me as you read, because the only way to truly understand this is to feel it. Step 1. Finding the exact location of the point, K1. Bubbling spring. Sit down comfortably. On a chair, on your couch, or at the edge of your bed. Take off your shoe and sock from one foot. Place your bare foot in front of you where you can see the sole clearly. Look at the bottom of your foot. You'll notice the ball of the foot just under the toes, the arch in the middle, and the heel at the back. Ma-tsai. The point we're looking for is known in traditional Chinese medicine as kidney 1, often called the bubbling spring. Think of it as a small doorway where energy from the ground bubbles up into the rest of your body. Was-ai. To find it more precisely, curl your toes inward, as if you are trying to scrunch the sole of your foot. You will see or feel a small natural dip or hollow appear in the area just below the ball of your foot, roughly in the center of the arch, slightly closer to the toes than to the heel. Run your thumb gently over that area until you notice that little depression. It might feel a bit tender, or simply like a natural pocket. That small hollow is the point. Imagine it as a tiny energy door, a quiet spring where something inside you can begin to flow again. Step 2. How to press it. Simple and comfortable. Now place your thumb right on that spot. You don't need to dig in or hurt yourself. This isn't about no pain, no gain. The goal is firm but comfortable pressure. Now press down gently, then increase the pressure slowly until you feel a clear contact, but not pain. You should be able to breathe easily and relax your leg while you do this. If using your thumb feels awkward, you can also use the rounded back end of a pen, not the sharp tip. a small massage ball or smooth stone, a rounded wooden tool, or even a bottle cap flipped upside down. As long as it's comfortable, whatever you use, treat it like a key. Imagine that you are not just pressing your skin. You are unlocking a small inner switch connected to your whole system. Approach it with the same respect you'd give to opening a safe that contains something valuable, because in a way, it does. Your calm, your clarity, your energy. Step 3. Add your breath. The amplifier. Now we're going to add something that makes this practice much more powerful. Your breathing. While your thumb stays on the point, close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Take a slow breath in through your nose. As you inhale, imagine a warm, golden light rising from the sole of your foot, up through your ankle, your leg, your spine, and finally into your chest and head. Then exhale gently through your mouth. As you breathe out, imagine your stress, tension, and mental noise flowing down from your head through your body and out the same point in your foot, almost like you're releasing a heavy backpack you've been carrying all day. Repeat this. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Feel the energy rise. Exhale through your mouth for a count of 6. Let go of what you don't need. As you breathe in, you can press slightly more firmly. As you breathe out, soften the pressure just a bit, as if your foot is exhaling with you. Do at least 3 to 5 deep breaths like this. If you have more time, you can stay with it for longer. The key is synchronization, the pressure on the point and your breath working together as one smooth rhythm. Step 4. What you might feel and why that matters. As you continue, you may start to notice sensations. Everyone is different, but many people report things like a gentle warmth spreading in the foot, a slight tingling, as if something is waking up, a sense of heaviness leaving the legs, like a soft release, shoulders dropping a little without effort, the mind becoming less loud, less chaotic. Sometimes the shift is subtle. A little more space between thoughts, a sigh you didn't know you needed, or a feeling like, okay, I can breathe again. Others feel a more obvious change, a wave of relaxation, a sudden sense of clarity, or a mood shift from edgy to calm. There is no right or wrong way to feel. The important thing is to notice. Pay attention to any difference, even if it's small. That awareness is part of the practice. As you continue pressing, remind yourself, this is my bubbling spring. This is my reset point. Just that simple recognition helps your nervous system associate this touch with safety, calm, and grounding. Over time, your body learns faster and responds more quickly. Step 5. How long and how often should you do it? You don't need to spend half an hour on this. For most people, 1 to 3 minutes per foot is enough to feel a shift. That's shorter than the time you spend scrolling through social media or waiting for your coffee to brew. You can try morning, 1, 2 minutes per foot after you wake up, before looking at your phone. Midday, a quick reset during lunch or between meetings. Night, 2, 3 minutes per foot before sleep. You can do it sitting at your desk, on the couch, at the edge of your bed, or even in the passenger seat of a car, as long as you're not driving. If you repeat this regularly, your body will begin to recognize the pattern. We're pressing this point. That means it's time to calm down, time to restore. If you've been following along while reading, there's a good chance you're already feeling some kind of lightness. Maybe your breath is slower, or your shoulders feel less tight, or your mind feels just a bit more spacious. Whatever you're noticing, that's your body responding. That's your own inner system saying, yes, I remember how to relax. What you're really awakening, a body, mind circuit, Pressing this point is not just a random foot massage. It's like gently flipping a switch on a circuit that connects your body, your mind, and your emotional state. Here's what often happens when you practice it with intention. Mental calm. Your thoughts don't disappear, but they feel less aggressive, less urgent. It's like turning down the volume on internal noise. You get a little more space to think clearly, easing anxiety. When your nervous system realizes it's safe, your body doesn't need to stay in alert mode all the time. That's when feelings of anxiety can begin to soften. Preparation for sleep. If you do this before bed, it can become a powerful signal to your body that it's time to wind down. Many people notice it's easier to fall asleep or that their sleep feels deeper and more restorative. Energetic reboot. When you're exhausted, it's not always because you didn't sleep enough. Sometimes it's because your energy is stuck in stress mode. Stimulating this point is like opening a valve so that your energy can flow more freely again. Better circulation. The soles of the feet are rich in nerve endings and blood vessels. When you stimulate them, you may support blood flow from the feet upward, helping your whole body feel more awake and refreshed. This doesn't replace medical treatment, and it's not a magic cure for serious conditions, but as a daily tool for calming your system, reducing stress, and supporting relaxation, it can be surprisingly powerful. Especially because it's always with you, a bridge between ancient wisdom and modern life. In the Taoist and traditional Chinese medicine traditions, this point on the sole of the foot is known as Yongquan, often translated as bubbling spring. For centuries, practitioners believed it was a sacred gate where the energy of the earth enters the human body. They used it in practices like meditation, walking, and healing rituals. They saw the human being as a bridge between sky and earth. Thoughts and spirit reaching upward, feet rooted downward. Pressing Yongquan was like plugging yourself back into the ground, letting the stability of the earth calm your nervous system and nourish your life force. Ancient texts described it as a spring that never runs dry, a place where each step can become a quiet prayer, a reminder that you are supported even when life feels chaotic. Today, we talk more in terms of nerves, blood flow, and the parasympathetic nervous system, the part that allows your body to rest, digest, and repair. Modern research into reflexology and acupressure suggests that pressing specific areas on the feet may help lower stress, support better sleep, and improve a sense of well-being for many people. You don't need to choose between science and tradition here. You can simply notice that, regardless of the language we use, qi, nervous system, energy, circulation. Your body responds in a real, tangible way. What matters most is that you feel the benefit, turning it into a nightly ritual. One of the most powerful times to use this point is right before bed. Instead of ending the night by staring at your phone, reading stressful news, or thinking about tomorrow's problems, you can give yourself a small, meaningful ritual. Here's a simple night routine. Sit on your bed, feet relaxed in front of you. Take a slow, deep breath and exhale with a sigh. Place your thumb on the bubbling spring point of your left foot. Press gently and make small circles for 1-2 minutes, breathing in for a count of 4 and out for a count of 6. Repeat on the right foot. As you do this, imagine that each exhale releases the tension you've stored during the day. Arguments, worries, frustrations, screen time, heavy thoughts. Let them drain down your body and out through the soles of your feet. After a few nights of this, many people notice they fall asleep faster, wake up less often during the night, or feel more rested in the morning. It doesn't require special training, and it's completely free. It's just you, your breath, and a small point on your foot that's been there all your life. A morning on switch for your energy. Just as this point can help you wind down at night, it can also help wake you up in the morning in a gentle, natural way. Before you reach for your phone or rush into your day, sit on the edge of your bed. Place one foot on your opposite thigh. Find the bubbling spring point and press it while taking 3. 5 deep breaths, then switch feet. As you inhale, imagine drawing fresh, clean energy up from the earth through your feet. As you exhale, imagine sending your intention for the day down into the ground. As if you are planting the seed of how you want to live today. Calm, focused, present. This can become your own quiet version of a morning coffee. Not as a stimulant from the outside, but as a gentle reminder that you already have energy inside you, waiting to move. Walking barefoot, letting the earth do the work. Another simple way to stimulate this point is to walk barefoot on natural surfaces, grass, sand, earth, or smooth stones. Every step you take naturally presses and massages the soles of your feet, including the bubbling spring point. If you've ever walked on a beach or on a soft lawn and felt inexplicably relaxed afterward, part of it may be this gentle, rhythmic stimulation. Try this whenever you can, in your backyard or a park, on the beach if you live near the ocean or travel there, on a patch of grass outside your home or office. Even a few minutes can make a difference. Walk slowly, paying attention to how the ground feels. Imagine that with each step, you're letting go of stress and absorbing calm. In a busy American lifestyle where much of our time is spent indoors, in shoes, on concrete and asphalt, this kind of simple contact with the ground can be surprisingly healing. It reminds your body that you're part of something bigger and more stable than your inbox. In moments of anxiety, overwhelm, or fatigue, life doesn't wait for the perfect moment to throw challenges at you. Anxiety can spike in the middle of a meeting, on a long commute, during a difficult conversation, or at 2 a.m. when your mind refuses to turn off. The beauty of this practice is that you can use it almost anywhere. At your desk, slip off one shoe, press the point for a minute while you breathe. On a plane or bus, use your thumb or a rounded object to stimulate the point through a thin sock. During a stressful phone call, place one foot over the other knee and gently press the center of your soul. Combine it with slow, steady breathing, and you give your nervous system a direct signal. You're safe. You can calm down now. You might not change the situation outside of you. The deadline, the traffic, the conversation. But you can change how your body is reacting inside. That alone can help you think more clearly and respond from a place of calm instead of panic, linking Yongquan with mindful breathing. The most powerful version of this practice comes when you consciously link pressure on the point with intentional breathing. Try this rhythm. Inhale for 4 seconds while increasing the pressure slightly. Pause softly for 1 second. Exhale for 6 seconds while easing the pressure just a bit. As you inhale, imagine drawing up stability, strength, and clear energy from deep within the earth. As you exhale, imagine sending down your worry, fatigue, anger, or emotional heaviness. You don't need to force any particular feeling. Just do the breath. Keep your thumb on the point and let your body do the rest. Over time, this can become a kind of moving meditation, a small ritual that helps bring your attention back to the present moment. Make it a sacred, everyday habit. The true power of this point doesn't come from trying it once and forgetting about it. It comes from consistency. You don't need an hour. You don't need a special room in your house. If you give yourself even 5 minutes a day, spread out across morning and night, you can begin to train your body to associate this point with relaxation, safety, and flow. Each press can become a kind of silent statement. I choose calm. I choose to let my energy move. I choose to take care of myself. Over weeks and months, this simple habit can support better sleep, clearer thinking, and a more stable mood. It's not about never feeling stress again. That's part of life. It's about having a reliable way to reset, to come back to yourself, even when things are intense. A reminder of your body's built-in wisdom, the Yongquan point. The bubbling spring is not just a random spot on your foot. It's a reminder of something bigger. Your body is not your enemy. It's not just a machine that breaks down or a shape you try to fit into clothing sizes. It's a living, intelligent system designed with deep wisdom. Your heart beats without you telling it to. Your lungs breathe even while you sleep. Your immune system works every moment to protect you. And here, in the sole of your foot, is another quiet piece of that wisdom. A point that, when you remember it, can help calm your mind, soften your stress, and reconnect you to the ground beneath you. In a culture that often focuses on quick fixes, pills, and external solutions, this practice is a gentle reminder. Not everything you need comes from outside. Some of the most powerful tools for calm and vitality are already built into your own body. Your declaration, "My energy flows." If you've made it this far, it says something important about you. Most people skim, rush, and move on. You stayed, you read, maybe you even practiced along the way. That means some part of you knows that this isn't just information. It's an invitation. So I invite you to make a small commitment to yourself. Imagine you're watching this as a video and leaving a comment. Write, even if it's just in your own journal or in your mind, "My energy flows." Let that be more than a sentence. Let it be your decision to keep your life from becoming stuck in stress and tension, to remember that you are more than deadlines and notifications, to choose calm, clarity, and vitality, even in small moments. If this message resonates with you, think about sharing this practice with someone you care about. A friend who can't sleep, a family member who's always stressed, or someone who needs a reminder that their body holds wisdom too. Your new beginning, your longevity is not measured only in years, but in the quality of your energy. How freely it moves, how deeply you rest, how present you feel in your own life. Each time you press this point on your foot, breathe deeply and let go. You're not just doing a technique, you're choosing a way of living, more connected, more grounded, more awake to the simple power inside you. So when you feel lost, tired, or overwhelmed, remember this. Place your hand on the sole of your foot. Find the bubbling spring. Press gently. Breathe in, breathe out, and quietly remind yourself, "My energy flows." This is your moment. This can be your new beginning. Simple, humble, and powerful. Press, breathe, and allow your energy to move freely again.